Welcome back to Beginner to Fluent, where English becomes fun, real, and a little bit personal too. I'm Emma.
And I'm David. If you're someone who dreams big but somehow never seems to follow through, this episode is going to hit you hard. Because today we're talking about something that almost all of us deal with: being ambitious but lazy.
Ugh. Even hearing it out loud makes me cringe a little. Because honestly, David, this was me for years. I had the dreams, the plans, the vision board. But most days, I just wanted to lie in bed and scroll.
Same. I had this goal of becoming fluent in Spanish, writing a book, starting a podcast, you name it. But I just watch motivational videos and then do nothing. Like, zero.
We're laughing now, but back then it felt like I was trapped in my own mind. And I think so many people listening right now know exactly what that feels like.
Let's talk about that moment when you realize you're not lazy because you don't care. You do care. You have big dreams. But your actions just don't match. And that disconnect? It can feel awful.
It's like your brain is telling you, you could be amazing, but your body's like, let's take another nap. That constant war inside. It drains your self-esteem.
Yeah. And people think laziness is just about being tired or unmotivated, but it's deeper. It's fear, perfectionism, overwhelm, sometimes even trauma.
Oh my God, perfectionism. That's a big one. I used to tell myself, I'll start once everything is perfect. Spoiler alert, it never is.
Let's get real about the different forms laziness can take. Because sometimes it's not just lying on the couch doing nothing.
Totally. Sometimes you're busy, you're cleaning, organizing, watching productivity videos, but you're avoiding the one important thing. That's productive procrastination.
Exactly. Or what I call fake planning. I'd make beautiful to-do lists, color-coded apps, journals, and then not actually do anything on them.
For others, laziness shows up as distraction. Like, you sit down to study or write, and then suddenly you're deep into YouTube shorts or endlessly scrolling Instagram.
Let's be honest, how many people listening right now click this podcast while procrastinating?
No judgment. We've all been there. But maybe, just maybe, this is the moment it starts to shift for you.
We want to really understand this. So, what's behind all this self-sabotage?
I think one word, fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear that you'll try your best. And it still won't be good enough.
Yeah. Because if you don't try, you don't fail. It's like a messed up protection mechanism.
Also, if you grew up without encouragement or had people mock your dreams, it becomes harder to take action later. You stop trusting yourself.
Or if you failed before, even once, it creates this invisible block. You don't want to feel that shame again.
Okay, so what helped you, David? What broke the cycle?
Honestly? Starting small. Like embarrassingly small. I used to think I had to do 2 hours of deep work. Now, I'm like, can I do 10 minutes? And most times, once I start, I keep going.
Same. And I also started attaching emotion to my goals. Like, why do I want this? What kind of person do I become if I actually show up every day?
Yeah. The vision has to be emotional, not just logical. I want to speak English fluently is great, but I want to speak English so I can finally move abroad, feel confident, and make my parents proud? That hits different.
Yes. That gives you fuel. And also, accountability. I told friends about my goals, started showing up online. Once other people knew, I had to act. So we've talked about how laziness isn't always what it seems, it's fear, perfectionism, overwhelm. But let's be honest, David, sometimes it's also just our habits.
Yeah. Let's talk about something everyone deals with: phone addiction. Like, how many times do you reach for your phone first thing in the morning?
Too many. And then suddenly it's 10 a.m., you have watched 12 videos, and your day has not even started. It's a dangerous way to lose momentum.
Let's call it what it is: social media is designed to keep you lazy. The dopamine hits, the endless scroll, the "I will just watch one video" trap. It kills focus.
And worse? It shows you other people's results, not their process. So you feel behind. Like you're the only one stuck. But you are not.
Nope. Most people are struggling silently, just like you. But they're posting the highlights. You see their six-pack or perfect English or dream job, and you think, I'll never get there.
And that thought makes you quit before you even start. That's what we want to fight in this podcast.
Let's talk about something life-changing. You don't need motivation. You need a system.
Yes. Motivation is unreliable. One day you feel like conquering the world. The next, you want to stay under a blanket forever.
But a system? A habit? A routine? That's what carries you when motivation disappears.
Like brushing your teeth. You do not need motivation to brush your teeth, you just do it. Same with working out, studying English, or building a business. You create a small routine that becomes automatic.
Let's dive into the morning. Because for many of us, laziness starts the moment we wake up.
Facts. The alarm goes off. You snooze it. Then again. And suddenly, you have lost the first hour of your day before even getting up.
I used to set 5 alarms. Now I set one. And I put my phone across the room. That way I have to get up.
Smart. I also prepare everything the night before. My clothes, my task list, even my breakfast. That way there are fewer decisions to make.
Because decision fatigue is real. Every time you hesitate, should I start now? You drain energy. A clear plan removes that.
Let's connect this to our listeners. Many of you want to become fluent in English, right?
But learning a language takes time. It's exciting at first, new words, fun apps, but then you hit a wall. You stop showing up. Laziness creeps in.
That's why we always say, 10 minutes a day is better than 2 hours once a week. Show up daily, even when it's boring.
And do not wait for the perfect method. Reading, watching movies, listening to this podcast, it all counts.
Also, talk out loud. Even if you make mistakes. Speak to yourself, your pet, the mirror, just speak. English gets easier the more you use it.
And when you feel lazy, remember this: you are not learning for school, you are learning for yourself. For your confidence. For your future.
Okay, real talk. What do you do when you fall off track? Because we all have lazy weeks. I had one last month.
Same. And I used to beat myself up about it. But now, I just accept it. I say, okay, I've been off. But I'm getting back up today.
Forgiveness is key. You do not need to start perfectly. Just start again. Even if it's ugly.
One lazy day does not define you. What defines you is what you do after the lazy day.
Exactly. Do not wait for Monday. Or next month. Or New Year's. Start now. Messy action is better than no action.
We asked some of you to share your stories about laziness and ambition. And wow, so many of you are going through the same thing.
One listener said, I want to speak English well, but I always tell myself I'm too tired. Then I feel guilty. I'm stuck in that cycle.
Been there. The trick is to start while tired. Just 5 minutes. That guilt turns into pride.
Another message, I keep comparing myself to my cousin, she's doing a job in Canada. I'm still in my hometown, dreaming. I feel like I'm behind.
We feel you. But remember, you are not late. You are on your own timeline. Stop comparing and start moving.
So, mornings are tough, but let's not ignore evenings. Because what you do at night often decides how the next day goes.
Oh yeah. For a lot of people, the evening is when it all collapses. You come home tired, you binge watch 5 episodes, you order junk food, and suddenly it's 1 a.m.
Then the guilt hits. I wasted another day. That guilt turns into self-hate, which turns into more laziness.
It becomes a loop. A very quiet but deadly one. You hate your routine, but you are too exhausted to change it.
That's why the evening matters so much. It's where the reset happens. Even one good habit at night, like reading 5 pages, planning your next day, or just turning off your phone early, can change everything.
Now we want to pause and say something important. Not all laziness is about being unmotivated. Sometimes, it's about being emotionally exhausted.
Yes. If you're struggling with depression, anxiety, burnout, it's not laziness. It's pain. And you do not have to grind your way through that.
Take care of your mind first. Rest. Talk to someone. Therapy is not weakness, it's fuel.
And if you feel stuck in sadness and fatigue all the time, do not just push harder. Go inward. Get help. Heal.
Your success matters. But your mental health matters more.
So how do we get out of the lazy rut? One word, momentum.
The secret is not massive change. It's one small win that makes you feel proud. That win builds confidence, and confidence builds action.
Maybe it's doing 5 push-ups. Saying 1 sentence in English. Writing 1 page. Just showing up.
Because laziness hates movement. If you start even for 5 minutes, you weaken that inner resistance.
And you start to become the person you admire. Not just dream about it. Let's end with this truth: you are not lazy. You are becoming. You are in the middle of transformation.
Do not judge yourself by the day you did not act. Judge yourself by your desire to change. That desire is your power.
And you are not alone. Every successful person you admire, every fluent speaker, every strong athlete, every artist, they have all fought the same war.
And now it's your turn. You do not have to be perfect. Just be a little better than yesterday.
And if you are still listening right now, you are already winning. Because most people gave up. You stayed.
So thank you for showing up. Keep walking. Keep growing. And always remember, you are not just learning English. You are becoming fluent in life.
If this episode spoke to you, share it. Send it to a friend who's stuck. And message us. We love hearing your stories.
You can do this. One small step at a time. Until next time, this is David
And Emma, signing off from beginner to fluent.